Hi, I'm Diane DiResta, founder of DiResta Communications and author of Knockout Presentations. And I want to thank people for writing in with questions. And today I'm going to answer a question from a woman named Indra. And this is what she wrote. She said, "Hello, Diane. Thank you for connecting. I just found your podcast on LinkedIn. I found it to be very insightful. I sometimes find it difficult to find the balance between structured content and transfer of information and inspirational speaking from my heart." That was her first question. Her second question was, somehow subconsciously, I get the feeling that people are judging me. It comes forcefully like a hijack. The insight on focus on me versus listeners was very relevant to me in your podcast. So let me address the first question, which has to do with how do you take content but also speak from your heart? And what you want to realize is that your listeners want value. They want practical information that they can use. So start by giving them practical tips and content that applies to them, that's relevant to them. But instead of simply listing facts, wrap those facts in a story. So combine what you're telling them, the principle, with an example or story from your life or from somebody that you know. So for example, if I talk about how everybody's afraid of speaking and you're not the only one, that's a principle. But if I then tell the story of how I was nervous as a college freshman and never thought I would be coaching people for a living, and I tell that story, now I'm talking from head and heart. So great speakers combine head and heart. Now, the second question had to do with feeling judged. And I can bet anybody on this call right now feels judged at some point. Here's why you feel judged. Because you're self-conscious. You're thinking me, myself, and I. And when your focus is on you, of course you're going to feel judged. So get over yourself. The goal is not you, it's them. They're the ones that you need to focus on. So ask yourself, what could I do to make this audience feel comfortable? What do they care about? How can I give them value? And then put your focus where it really belongs. Now, here's the thing about judgment. You cannot be sure just because you see someone frown or nod off that it's about you. If somebody looks tired, maybe they didn't get enough sleep last night. Now, let me give you an example of how that happened in my life and what you can do to prevent yourself from feeling judged. You always have a choice in the moment. I was talking to a group of scientists at a conference, and I was talking about principles of public speaking. Now, traditionally, these scientists would stand up and read their papers word for word. And I was saying things that were unpopular, such as, I can read as well as you can. Put the paper down, don't read, reference, tell the principles, tell the big picture. And so at one point, a man opened up his laptop and started typing. And I still remember this vividly. I can see that apple on the back of his computer. It was a Macintosh. And this had to be about 2009. I still remember it. And I thought, oh no, he hates it. He's checking his emails. And in that moment, as I was speaking to the audience, I stopped myself and I said to myself, no, I think he's taking notes on what I'm saying. Now, I don't know to this day what the truth was, but I chose my own truth. And in that moment, I no longer felt judged and I had the confidence to continue. So give yourself the confidence to continue by not judging yourself. When you think the audience is judging you, what you're really doing is reflecting and judging yourself. So two things: combine head and heart, tell facts and tips by wrapping them in a story, and two, don't assign meaning to one behavior. Know that the audience is on your side and they want to hear from you. For more tips, visit me on Twitter. My handle is @SpeakingPro. You can find my LinkedIn course. It's called Speaking Confidently and Effectively. And you can visit my website, diresta.com. I wish you success on the platform of life, and may every presentation be a knockout.